everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is your instructor Joy. Thank you for your nice questions, comments, volunteering, sending donations and booking lessons with me. I really appreciate that. So today this video will be an answer to a subscriber. So it sounds like this. Since it has a lot of bouncing bow strokes in a fast tempo, I would like to talk a little about that one, this specific bow stroke. So this specific fancy bow stroke is called Spiccato, and there are many other videos that I already made about Spiccato, so I encourage you to check them out. So Spiccato is this bouncing bow stroke that we're using the physics of curved bow stick, so that it bounces on its own. So there are several bouncing spots on the bow. So the common one is in the middle, the most curved in the middle. When you just throw the bow, you will soon see, just that way. You will soon see the bow bounces on its own like a bouncing ball on the floor. And then you're just using that effect. So just throw that one, and once you feel like it, your bow bounces on its own, and then you move sideways tiny bit. Then that's one of the spiccato. There's also other spiccato or other bouncing spot on the bow, which is a little closer, so a little away from the middle, but closer to the frog, this part. There's another spot there. This is a little longer stroke. Since this particular piece is rather fast, it would be better if we use the middle part of the bow, where it's for the fast spiccato. So now, when you're playing fast spiccatos, if it's a single string, just throwing it is easy. But in this case, we're using multiple strings, right? Yeah. We're using all 4 strings. So we have to balance this bouncing bow very well so that we can allow the bow continue to bounce without losing its control. So I wanted to show you how to do that. So let's understand when the bow bounces. So as I showed you earlier, when you just throw the bow in the middle where there's a deep piece curve, it bounces on its own, and that's for sure how a bow bounces very easily. But also, the amount of hair that you use also has an effect when it comes to the strength or the degrees of bouncing. Yeah. So if you use all the hair, all flat hair, putting all the hair on the surface, then it bounces quite high. Whereas when you tilt the bow, hair facing us like that, it bounces but much smaller, meaning it stays closer to the string. Yeah. So because we're playing a lot of string crossings while doing this fast spiccato, it would be wise to keep the bow tight slightly tilted. That way, when we do string crossing, we can still continue to bounce without losing the control. Yeah. What happens if I don't? So if I keep it all flat, it bounces more, it has a little edgier sound. I mean, if you want that kind of sound, of course you can do that. But the risk of it is because it bounces bigger, it takes more control or a little more planning ahead of time, which can be a little difficult. So if you are somewhat new to this stroke, this bow stroke, would be good for you just to start tilted bow so that you know how to control it. And once you have done it a little once you have mastered it, you might want to play then maybe push it a bit different degrees. But when you're new, it might be a good idea to tilt the bow a bit. Yeah. Now let's see. Oh, there is sometimes we have here little double stops. So double stops, even though it's a fast spiccato, like it sounds like this. Here, then there's a double stop. Then it goes back to the single notes. So even though those double stops are also fast notes, it would be good if you move your bows gradually to the frog so that you can take advantage of the heavier part of the bow, which will help to for the double stop to speak better. Which means we have to gradually move the bow while playing closer to the frog, and once you're done, then bring it back away from there, bring it back where it's single spiccato speaks well. So that's something that you could practice. Let's say, let me do it a bit slowly. Here, middle, and it stays middle. Then here, first double stop, you would use long bow so that you're then in the near the frog or closer to the frog where it's better for the long bow stroke or heavier spiccato stroke. Then you have here for double stops heavier part and a bit longer stroke. But once you're done, use more down bow than up bow. That way you get closer to the original bouncing spot, which is for the shorter stroke. Like that. So let me play the whole thing in tempo. Like that. And then at last there's a spiccato mixed with a legato. Legato is the one that the bow stays on the string. So here there's a bouncing bow. Then there's the slur, which is legato, meaning the bow stays on the string. Then we have your spiccato again. Yeah. So what do we do then when we have to go back and forth? Spiccato, or legato. Normally when we have slow or legato, we're encouraged to play long bows. However, if you have to play spiccato again, you want to reduce the amount of bows so that you stay near the bouncing spot. Remember, the bouncing spot is somewhere in the middle and there. So you're playing spiccato, and when you play legato, you play somewhat nearby so that when you are ready to go back to the bouncing spot for the next upcoming spiccato. So you want to try that one. So it sounds like this. Then here, slur, don't use whole bow, but less, so that I stay near the bouncing spot. Then I'm ready to do spiccato. Like that, yeah? So certainly there are many different studies that one can improve when it comes to spiccato bow stroke, and it's a good technique to have mastered sooner or later for all the violins. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye bye.